State, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to welcome you once again to this press briefing following the 14 November 2023 runoff presidential election. The chairperson of the National Elections Commission is Madam Devi Etobran Lansanan, who will now address this press conference. Madam Chairperson.
Good afternoon. Madam Co-Chair and fellow commissioners, distinguished stakeholders, fellow Liberians, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I welcome you to the headquarters of the National Elections Commission and to the Commission's daily press briefing for the purpose of announcing results of the 14 November 2023 presidential runoff election. On Saturday, 18 November, the National Elections Commission informed you that it would today announce the final results and winner of the 14 November 2023 presidential runoff election. Ladies and gentlemen, before making this announcement, the Commission informs you that the rerun in polling place number 4, district number 9 in Nimba County, was held on Saturday, 18 November from 8 in the morning to 6 p.m. Following on-the-spot counting, tally was completed and the results were transmitted to the NEC Data Center for collation. The following is the tally results from polling place number 4 in district number 9, Nimba County, and the overall results of Nimba County. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I now welcome Commissioner Ernestine.
Good evening. As indicated by the chair, I will be reading the consolidated report for Nimba County and also the returns from the voting precinct 33090, Varming Elementary and Junior High School, Gray Township, Nimba County. 2023 runoff president and vice president's results. Candidates: Boyka Joseph N., UP, votes obtained 53. Wia Josh Mane, CDC, votes obtained 4. Total valid votes 57. Total invalid votes 0. Total of valid and invalid votes 57. We proceed with a consolidated final tally report for Nimba County, President and Vice President. Today, Monday, November 20th, 2023. 736 polling places of the total of 736 polling places, constituting 100%. Candidates: Boyka Joseph N., UP, votes obtained 144,646, constituting the valid votes of 74.14%. George Wia Mane, CDC, votes obtained 50,453, constituting the valid votes of 25.86%. Total valid votes 195,099. Total valid votes 3,801. Total votes 198,900. I duly submit, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Commissioner Ala. Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I now Members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, I now present the National Presidential Final Tally Report, consolidated. National Presidential Final Tally Report, consolidated. 5,890 polling places of a total of 5,890 polling places, constituting 100%. Boyka Joseph N., UP, votes obtained 814,481, constituting 50.64%. Wia George Mane, CDC, votes obtained 793,914, constituting 49.36%. Total valid votes, 1,608,395, constituting 100%. Total invalid votes, 25,788. Total votes, 1,634,183. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, in this connection, the results of the presidential runoff election indicate that the presidential ticket of candidates Boyka Joseph N. and Jeremiah K. Kun of UP has the highest number of votes, 814,481, constituting 50.64% over Wia George Mane and Joel Howard Taylor of CDC, 793,914, constituting 49.36% votes. Hence, the presidential ticket of candidates Joseph M. Boyka and Jeremiah K. Kun of the Unity Party is declared by the Commission as winner of the 14 November 2023 runoff election. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, the Commission informs you that on Friday, 17 November 2023, the Commission, through its magisterial offices in Upper and Lower Nimba County, received 2 complaints from the CDC regarding the conduct of the runoff election in Nimba County. May I inform you that consistent with Article 83C of the Constitution, the NEC has 30 days to investigate and render a decision in this matter. Having said that, we now invite your questions.
Thank you very much, Madam Chairperson and members of the Board of Commissioners. So you can just make your queue and ask your question. I see the queue is very long, so if we would just ask one question each, and then we can come back, please.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Commissioner. My name is Harris Gbele, and I report for Love FM and TV. I'm more particular with the situation in Nimba. Like you rightly stated, there have been complaints raised by the ruling establishment, the Coalition for Democratic Change, like you pointed out. I'm much more concerned. Can you be definite to inform us, members of the press, as to what are the complaints being raised by the Coalition for Democratic Change, instead of just pointing to them that way?
We will remain where we are. We told you that there are complaints to that effect, and it's obvious that those complaints will be sent to the presiding for these investigations.
Can I say that,
question,
as it stands, that you are yet to receive those complaints? No, I'm asking.
You say we are yet to receive those complaints?
Because the thing about it, since Friday to this time, I'm much more convinced that you as the National Elections Commission chairperson should be able to inform the press as to what are the complaints being raised by the CDC instead of just saying there is a complaint.
They have issues with the conduct of the runoff.
Are they pointing out malpractices?
When it gets to the presiding, it will be made public as to what it is. But we're saying to you that the CDC did send a complaint to the 2 offices in Nimba, Upper and Lower Nimba County. Their complaint is based on the conduct of the runoff election in Nimba County. Next question.
Thank you. My name is Gamin Lomo. I work for the News Public Trust Media. I have 2 questions. Yeah, okay, no problem. So I would like to know how many electoral cases before the commission, and what are some of those challenges that you encounter both the first and second round of the elections so that policymakers and those concerned can take note for future elections. Thank you.
Firstly, I will say that I cannot give you the exact number of cases before the commission, but the cases before the commission include that which the CDC sent, as well as we're continuing to hear cases from the senatorial and representative race. Even up to today, we heard, I think, some five or six cases today since we started this morning at 8. Some of them were returned to the hearing officers, while others were either dismissed for reasons that developed from the hearing process. But that information can be made available at a later date. Next. And
So
the
there's
next
a
question,
okay. Thank
you
you.
said what kind of challenges we encountered.
Both the first and second round so that
First-
policymakers and those concerned can take note for future elections.
That's an interesting question. Anybody got? Yeah, but what is the lesson learned? That's what they're asking us. Anybody got anything they want to say about what lesson we learned?
So everything of 100%.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Good afternoon. I understand your question to mean challenges during the first round and the runoff?
Yes, that's what she
Okay.
said.
Well, the challenge of the environment in which we operate, the topography, the rainy season, the river overflowing that we have to swim in it and do the work. We also have the challenge sometimes of some people who will just take just about any news and information without trying to verify and carry forward, which could be damaging to and on and on. So those are the challenges that I want you to think about.
Yes, please go ahead.
Well, challenges as it relates to the electoral process comes in pre and post. During the pre, we do planning, and we realize that we must coordinate better with the national legislature to proffer the different budgetary support and to adequately justify, because you see all of the different challenges impacts money, the budget, shortfall, and all of that. So next time we'll start planning years prior to the process, laying down the different methodologies that we want to use and ensuring that our national partners cooperate with us as they should. Also, we need to do more civic and voter education. You saw there were issues raised around that. So we need to be able to strengthen in those areas, but it cannot be done in the absence of adequate budgetary allocation. So we have to work towards that. Also, we need to strengthen our...
To 100%, what do you think is your score as commissioner presiding over this process? And then my second question, no, just a quick, just a simple, a quick question.
The scorecard that you have just talked about. Previously, I told you that the mandate of the Elections Commission is to conduct elections. And that's the card. And we want to keep that and to do the best that we can. Next question, please.
0 to 100? Did you score 0? 90? 0?
Next question, please. We take another 4. Hello? 4 more questions and that's it.
Thank you so much, Madam Commissioner. My name is Strokon Flammer and I report for Fabric. Recently, Finance Minister Samuel Toy and some other officials of we as government said that this process was financed 100% from taxpayers' money, from the Liberian people. Can you tell us whether Liberians finance this process or the international community help with some fund?
The funding for elections in Liberia is the responsibility of the government of Liberia, which provided 53 million United States dollars in US as well as in Liberia. The Commission does get support for different things or activities that we do, and they provide funding for those activities. Next question, please.
Well, thank you, Madam Commissioner. My name is Aisha Liba and I report for KMTV. Prior to the election, we witnessed the European Union giving the National Elections Commission.
When all of you sat down simply on European Union business.
So we witnessed
Go
them
ahead.
giving the Elections Commission about 50 pieces of generator. Diesel to be specific.
Let me stop you there. It was the United Nations Development Program
Okay, thank you.
that gave us the generators
Thank you.
during the biometric voter registration process.
Yes. So these machines were given to be used in difficult terrains. Now, we'd like to know as to whether they were actually used, and if not, why. And secondly, when I listen to Madam...
One question, man, let's go.
It's a follow.
Hello, the generators were used in the field, at the magisterial offices, at polling places, to provide electricity where our solar panels were low. These generators helped to beef up that process for us to conduct the biometric voter registration. Next person or next question?
Please.
The last two.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Commissioner. My name is Mark Dan. I report for Liberia Public Radio, based in Rhode Island, USA. And now that the elections are over and you are given some of the challenges that you went through during the electoral process, let me just be specific on the biometric issue. Can we say the biometric voter registration process, what lesson can you learn from it? And can we say it was a failure, or how can you grade the process?
The biometric voter registration please, my friends, please listen. The biometric voter registration process can never, ever be a failure. One, we transition from a manually generated system to a biometric system. And because of that biometric system, we were able to register more than 2.4 million Liberians. How can this be a failure? When, of course, you have a better card now Instead of the previous laminated card, you know, where you have the two plastics and you put your photo between it and somebody squeeze it, they put some kind of little small heat around it, to a card that can even last you for almost 10 years if you preserve it better. So with that, can we say, then moreover, that biometric card is your unique card. Nobody else in the world, even if you were a twin, will have those same features that you have on that card. Very, very revolutionary for Liberia. Biometric was not a failure, please. Last question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Darius Zina from MICAT. Today you've given the last result today. I'd like to ask you, Madam Chair, and the rest of the commissioners, how will you want to be remembered when you're no more seated here as a commissioner, chairperson, after this process? How will you, the public? Thank you.
So you getting ready to carry us somewhere? Or our seats, they're getting too hot now. Up for grasp. I think by way of conducting these elections and upholding our integrity and credibility, I think this is much the reason why we may be remembered in the future, whether we are here or whether we are outside of the commission. While I want to thank you for staying the course these past few months, let me make this announcement. The last time we were supposed to provide more information on the situation that happened in District number 9, polling place 4, Vami Elementary and Junior High School in Nimba County. The question was, who was the one that put in the 50 ballots? You remember that, right? So that person is presiding officer Emmanuel Miete, TSA number 065687. We said to you that these particulars, including his photo, will be sent to the Ministry of Justice. At the same time, he, along with the rest of those in Cape Mount and those who were at the Tally Center at SKD, they will be quarantined in our system. They will not work again for the Elections Commission in Liberia. And we hope that this will be a deterrent for the other temporary staff who probably may decide to go against the oath that they signed and do other things that they're not supposed to do. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners and the staff of the National Elections Commission, we applaud all of our observers, members of the regional and international local communities for your support to the National Elections Commission. We say a big thank you to the media and a greater thank you to all of the voters who turned out to vote. We say, yes, now I start calling and I'm being reminded that I should say the interreligious. And then, generally, we say thank you to all of you for your unwavering support to elections in Liberia, including those of you who also provided funding for our various activities. And the media, we say a big thank you, because if it were not for you, Liberians would not know what we are doing here today. For those of you in the diaspora who are watching, we say thank you for your many contributions. Thank you once again, and if it becomes imperative that we conduct additional press briefings, we'll let you know. Thank you very much.